welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into modern minimalist living, a 2025 trend that's redefining how we view simplicity, comfort, and sophistication in home design. If you love clean lines, open layouts, and serene atmospheres that invite calm and clarity, you're in the right place. In this video, we'll explore how minimalism has evolved beyond stark spaces into warm, livable environments filled with personality and purpose. You'll see how architects and homeowners alike balance aesthetics and comfort without unnecessary clutter. So, before we start, make sure to subscribe, like, and turn on notifications for more inspiring home design tours every week. And don't forget to comment below what your dream minimalist feature would be. Is it an open kitchen, a cozy reading nook, or a hidden storage wall? Minimalism has always been about less is more, but in 2025, it's evolved into something far more personal. Homeowners no longer aim for sterile, cold white spaces. Instead, they blend warmth, texture, and natural light to create homes that feel both clean and alive. The modern minimalist home of today celebrates open spaces but doesn't sacrifice coziness. You'll find soft textiles, layered tones, and furniture designed to balance function with beauty. Architects now focus on emotional comfort, creating homes that encourage mindfulness, relaxation, and connection. This evolution marks a shift from design for display to design for living. When we talk about modern minimalist homes, clean lines are at the heart of their design philosophy. Whether it's a horizontal roofline, a frameless glass window, or a custom-built kitchen cabinet, every line is intentional. The simplicity of these forms brings a sense of order and calm that resonates deeply in fast-paced modern life. Designers use geometry not just as an aesthetic choice, but as a visual language of balance. These clean lines guide the eyes naturally across the space, creating continuity between rooms and blurring the boundaries between indoors and outdoors. Light, both natural and artificial, is one of the most powerful design tools in minimalist architecture. Expansive glass panels, skylights, and open courtyards allow sunlight to dance freely through the interiors. In the evening, warm LED fixtures highlight architectural details while maintaining a soothing atmosphere. Light in minimalist homes is not just about illumination, it's about emotion. It defines the character of a room, enhances textures, and creates subtle drama without clutter. The result is a home that feels alive from dawn to dusk, constantly transforming with the rhythm of the day. Open-plan living is more than just a layout trend, it's a lifestyle. In minimalist design, open spaces encourage movement, communication, and a sense of freedom. The flow between the kitchen, dining, and living areas allows family and guests to connect naturally. Without unnecessary walls or partitions, the home feels larger, brighter, and more welcoming. Architects strategically place furniture and decor to define zones without disrupting visual harmony. This openness also invites flexibility, making it easy to adapt the space for gatherings, relaxation, or quiet reflection. Minimalism doesn't mean cold or empty, and that's where natural materials come in. The 2025 trend embraces wood, stone, linen, and clay to bring tactile warmth to sleek interiors. Imagine oak flooring paired with matte black fixtures, or a textured limestone wall next to smooth white cabinetry. These subtle contrasts add depth and authenticity to the space. Natural materials connect us to the earth, grounding the minimalist aesthetic in something timeless and organic. They make every room feel cozy, lived in, and emotionally resonant. Gone are the days when minimalism meant only white and gray. The modern palette introduces warm neutrals, beige, sand, taupe, and soft browns, along with muted greens and terracotta accents. These tones evoke calmness while maintaining visual interest. A neutral color scheme helps reflect light, create continuity, and highlight architectural details. When paired with texture-rich materials, it ensures that the home feels inviting rather than sterile. It's about finding the perfect balance between restraint and warmth. Furniture in a modern minimalist home isn't about quantity, it's about quality of presence. Each piece has room to breathe. Designers focus on clean silhouettes, ergonomic comfort, and craftsmanship that blends seamlessly with the architecture. Floating shelves, low-profile sofas, and modular seating units keep the layout airy. Nothing feels crowded or forced. The furniture supports the space rather than dominates it, embodying the minimalist mantra that every object should have a purpose. One of the secrets behind the serene look of minimalist interiors is concealed storage. From wall-integrated cabinets to hidden drawers beneath staircases, designers masterfully hide clutter without compromising access. This approach keeps visual noise to a minimum, allowing the eye to focus on form, texture, and light. In 2025, smart storage solutions are designed with both beauty and function in mind. Minimalist living thrives on organization, the kind that feels effortless but makes a world of difference. A defining feature of modern minimalist architecture is its seamless connection to nature. Large sliding doors open up to lush gardens, courtyards, and terraces, blurring the boundaries between indoor and outdoor living. This design not only maximizes light and ventilation but also enhances the sense of tranquility. Whether it's a morning coffee by the sliding doors or an evening spent under soft patio lights, the experience feels like an extension of home, peaceful, grounded, and endlessly refreshing. In minimalist homes, the kitchen is both functional and visually calm. Clean cabinetry, handle-less drawers, and integrated appliances create an uninterrupted flow. Countertops are clutter-free, often made from quartz, concrete, or natural stone. The color palette remains simple, emphasizing material quality over decoration. Lighting is layered strategically, soft ambient light for warmth, focused task light for precision. The result is a kitchen that inspires both creativity and calm, a perfect blend of utility and serenity. The living room in a minimalist home feels like a sanctuary. It's a place where simplicity meets comfort. Furniture pieces are chosen for longevity and harmony, perhaps a linen sofa, a low oak coffee table, and a textured rug that anchors the space. Art is minimal but meaningful. There's breathing room between objects, allowing the space to feel calm and balanced. Natural light floods the room during the day, while in the evening, warm ambient lighting enhances the cozy yet refined atmosphere. Minimalist bedrooms are all about tranquility. Neutral tones, uncluttered surfaces, and soft fabrics create an atmosphere of rest. The bed becomes the central focal point, often low, simple, and beautifully framed. Designers minimize distractions, incorporating concealed wardrobes and built-in nightstands. The idea is to wake up and wind down in a space that soothes the senses. In 2025, many homeowners are integrating biophilic elements, such as small potted plants or natural fiber wall art, to deepen the connection with nature. A minimalist bathroom is a retreat in itself. The design focuses on clarity and purity, frameless mirrors, wall-mounted faucets, and seamless surfaces. Materials like stone, terrazzo, or concrete provide a tactile experience that feels luxurious yet grounded. Soft lighting and neutral tones transform daily routines into moments of mindfulness. In 2025, many minimalist bathrooms incorporate smart features like motion sensor lights and eco-efficient showers, reinforcing sustainability while maintaining elegance. In minimalist design, texture replaces ornamentation. Rough meets smooth, matte meets glossy, warm meets cool. This interplay adds depth and dimension without relying on excessive decor. For instance, a concrete wall may contrast beautifully with a woven jute rug or linen drapes. The tactile richness keeps the minimalist space from feeling flat. It invites touch, curiosity, and emotional warmth, proving that simplicity doesn't mean plainness. Plants play a subtle yet powerful role in modern minimalist living. A single monstera leaf in a glass vase or a cluster of ferns in a concrete planter can instantly bring life into the room. Greenery softens clean lines and adds organic contrast to structured architecture. More than just decoration, plants promote better air quality and mental well-being. In 2025, minimalist homes embrace biophilic design, integrating nature into architecture in ways that feel intentional and seamless. Minimalism isn't just a design style, it's a mindset. Living with less fosters appreciation for what truly matters. With fewer distractions, homeowners can focus on experiences, relationships, and personal well-being. Every object in the home carries meaning, function, and intention. This conscious approach reduces visual chaos and mental fatigue, creating a peaceful daily rhythm. Modern minimalist living encourages us to slow down, breathe, and reconnect with simplicity. The minimalist movement aligns perfectly with sustainability. Smaller footprints, energy-efficient materials, and eco-conscious building methods define the new era of responsible design. Solar panels, recycled materials, and water-saving systems are now seamlessly integrated into minimalist architecture. The goal is to create homes that are not only beautiful but also kind to the planet. In 2025, minimalism is less about luxury and more about legacy, leaving behind spaces that sustain both people and nature. Technology has found its place in minimalist homes, quietly. Hidden sensors, automated blinds, and voice-controlled lighting systems integrate seamlessly into the clean aesthetic. The goal is to simplify daily life without overwhelming it with gadgets. Everything feels intuitive and invisible, enhancing comfort without stealing attention. This silent smart approach reflects the minimalist principle: technology should serve humans, not dominate their spaces. In a world full of noise, minimalist living values silence. Empty space becomes an element of design, a pause, a breath, a moment to think. Architects treat negative space like art, crafting rooms where stillness itself feels luxurious. This spaciousness allows emotions and energy to flow freely, making the home feel light and uncluttered. The result is emotional balance, a harmony between the physical and psychological dimensions of living. Art in minimalist homes is carefully curated. Instead of filling walls, homeowners choose a few pieces that resonate deeply: a monochrome painting, a ceramic sculpture, or an abstract print. Each piece has room to shine, its presence amplified by the surrounding simplicity. This approach turns art into an experience rather than decoration. It's a visual whisper that enhances serenity and sophistication. Lighting design plays a crucial emotional role in minimalism. Indirect lighting, hidden LED strips, and warm pendants replace harsh overhead lights. The goal is to sculpt the atmosphere, not just to illuminate. A soft glow under cabinets, a wash of light across a textured wall, these subtle touches create intimacy and depth. The interplay of shadow and light transforms even the simplest architecture into poetry. Minimalism extends beyond architecture into how people live. It influences how we shop, decorate, and even spend our time. Homeowners invest in fewer, higher-quality items that last longer and carry personal meaning. Clutter-free living frees mental space for creativity, hobbies, and family moments. It's not about deprivation, it's about intention. A minimalist home becomes the foundation for a more mindful, fulfilling life. The enduring appeal of minimalism lies in its timelessness. Trends come and go, but simplicity never fades. A well-designed minimalist home looks fresh decades later because it's built on proportion, balance, and authenticity. In 2025, as our lives become increasingly digital and fast-paced, the minimalist home stands as a sanctuary, a place to unplug, breathe, and feel grounded again. It's not just architecture, it's an antidote to chaos. As we wrap up today's video on modern minimalist living, I hope you felt inspired to embrace the elegance of simplicity in your own home. Clean lines, cozy textures, and open spaces aren't just design trends, they're reflections of a life lived with clarity and intention. Whether you're building, renovating, or simply reimagining your space, remember that true beauty lies in balance and restraint. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share it with someone who loves minimalist design. And I'd love to hear from you. Comment below your favorite minimalist feature or idea you'd like to try in your next home. Until next time, keep your spaces open, your mind clear, and your heart full.